The Honda Rebel 1100 is a great bike, but there were a few things that drove me crazy, so I fixed them. And some of these upgrades made a bigger difference than I expected. So last year in this video right here, I talked about the top 5 things that I loved and that I hated about my Honda Rebel 1100T DCT. So I spent the last year upgrading everything that actually mattered. So if you have a Honda Rebel 1100, these are the accessories that are actually worth your money. My name's Chris with Inland 208 Adventures. Let's get started. So we're going to start this list out all about comfort and performance, and then we're going to move on to a couple items just designed around making motorcycling a little bit more convenient. And you can't talk about comfort without talking about the seats. So this is a seat design that I highly recommend, and I have a video right here kind of going into a deep dive about it, comparing it with the stock seat. This is Honda's OEM comfort seat. It's about $100 and it makes a huge difference compared to the stock seat. And so I definitely would recommend this. You could also check out the Mustang seat. That runs about $300 last I checked. Or you could also check out the Corbin seat. That was about $600 last I checked. So for $100, this is pretty comparable, I think, to the Mustang. The Mustang is probably a little bit better, but 3 times the price, I don't know that is that much better. So if any of you have the Mustang seat and have also sat on the comfort seat, please let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Also, for the passenger, I like to have, my kids like to ride with me. My wife rides with me sometimes, although now she's riding by herself now. So this is the passenger comfort seat as well. They have the standard one that's about half as much padding. This one, you can see how beefy this is. This is the comfort seat here. Definitely worth a little bit extra money for it. And then if I move my helmet here, you can see the passenger backrest pad, kind of low profile like that. It's not really designed to like lean back on it at all. It's just more to help make the passenger feel a little more secured, especially for the kids. And I think that's been a nice addition. So starting the list off with the seat options, definitely recommend Honda's OEM comfort seats. So next we're going to talk about the windshield. So I have the touring model of the Honda Rebel 1100, so it comes with a little bit of wind protection. The stock one was about this tall, so not much wind protection. And then when I bought the bike, I got Honda's OEM longer windshield, if that's what you can call it. It's like maybe 3 inches longer. I can't remember exactly how much longer it was, but so that's what I have on here. It makes a little bit of a difference. Basically, the way it deflects the air, it hits you kind of right here, right in the face mask. So it's not going up your chin, which is nice, but it just kind of hits you on the face mask. I can tell you from having our new motorcycle, the Indian Scout, we have a pretty long windshield on that, and it kind of deflects the wind over my helmet, and that is super nice. So it is something that I want to address a little bit more on this motorcycle now that I've experienced that. And there is a windshield that I can recommend. It's called the GP Cycle Works windshield, and I think it's really well made. They have it in all different sizes and different colors as well. And then you could have slits built into it to reduce wind buffeting. It's a really well-made motorcycle windshield, specifically designed for the Honda Rebel 1100. The people that do have it seem to really like it, and it seems to be really highly well rated. So I'll put a link in the description for their website. I'm not affiliated. I just think it's a great product, and if you're looking for a better windshield, check out GP Cycle Works. Now, before I go too far into this video, I want to show you something that's actually been really useful lately. Whenever I go on longer trips, I often run out of space in the saddlebags, and that can be a real bummer. So I was very excited when Kemimoto sent me this waterproof dry bag to test out. This bag is made specifically for motorcycles and is designed in a way to make it easy to pack and locate your stuff while on the road. And being that it's waterproof, you don't have to worry about your stuff getting wet or ruined if the weather turns bad. It is built tough and has straps that offer many different ways of strapping it down to your bike. This has definitely become my go-to dry bag, and I will continue to use it on my future trips. It comes in 3 different sizes. This is the 40 liter, and the price is very reasonable, making this a great value. So if you are looking for some waterproof luggage options for your adventures, check out this waterproof dry bag from Kemimoto. Link in the description below. Now we're going to talk about one of my favorite things that I changed about the Honda Rebel 1100, and that's the exhaust. The problem with the stock exhaust is that it's big, it's heavy, and you can't really hear it when you're riding. So I put the Coffman's Thunder on it. Now I think this is the best exhaust for the Honda Rebel 1100. There's some other options out there. This is cheaper than the other major options like the Vance & Hines and the Two Brothers. And I think this sounds better than them. You could also take out the baffle to make it even louder than the way I have it. I didn't want to piss off my neighbors. Maybe I'll do it in the future, but right now I'm leaving it in and it sounds so much better. It's way lighter and it almost makes riding this motorcycle a little bit more addicting because you just want to ride and listen to it. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. I'll put a link in the description for them too. Again, not necessarily affiliated. This is just a product that I really believe in. And so I would really highly recommend checking this out. And here's some sound comparisons from my full review video on this exhaust, comparing this with the stock. So the number one thing that I said that I hated most about the Honda Rebel 1100 was the foot pegs. They totally sucked. They're too small and my feet would want to slide off. I'd have to constantly readjust my foot position. So I addressed that with these mini footboards. And I got these on Amazon. They're about $30 to $35. I've had them on there maybe a couple of months now. And this has made a really big difference. It's so much more comfortable to ride with. My foot stays planted on them. I've had no issues with them whatsoever. Cassie, my wife, really loved this mod. And even my dad, that was his number one complaint about this bike whenever he rode it, is those pegs were just awful. It just makes a huge difference. I highly recommend them. So these mini foot pegs from Amazon, definitely check those out. Okay, so let's move on to some of these convenience items. One of the things I wanted to add to this motorcycle from the moment I bought it was try to find a way to conveniently open up my garage when I'm riding up to the house. One of our viewers actually sent me a link to this. You can get it on Amazon. It's from Custom Cycle Parts, Universal Garage Door Opener. It's about $80 to $85. You just drill a small hole in a piece of plastic. You can put it in there. And from what I could tell, you could pretty much connect it with any garage door opening system. It was very easy to connect to it. Drilling the hole was easy. And you can get all different sizes of buttons, from black buttons to chrome buttons. And I just got this little tiny one right here and kind of hit it on the top of the plastic there. You barely notice it. Actually, a lot of times Cassie can't even find it. So you could definitely, and you just hit that button right there, garage door opens up. This is a really well-made product. And so if you're looking for a nice, convenient way to add a garage door opener to your motorcycle and you don't want it to be big, you want it to be able to be installed, this one right here, Custom Cycle Parts. Now, you didn't think I'd close out this video talking about the best accessories for your Honda Rebel 1100 without talking about my cup holder, right? You guys that have been watching this channel for a while know that I love my cup holder. It's just so funny to me, like how much hate sometimes I get in the comments for that. Now, the amount of hate is very minuscule. Actually, a lot of people have bought this because of me, because, hey, convenience is convenience, all right? I commute with my motorcycles. I got to have a place to put my water bottle or my coffee when I'm going to work. So yeah, so this is it. This is, it's very inexpensive. I think it's like 20 bucks. You could buy it on Amazon. This was the only one I could get to fit on the Honda Rebel 1100 because there's a lot of exposed frame, but not a lot of enough of the exposed frame to get a cup holder to fit on there. So this was the only one I could find to fit in literally the only spot you could fit it. So I definitely recommend, if you want a cup holder on your Honda Rebel 1100, grab this one, put it on the spot where I have it here, and you're good to go. Now, all of the accessories that I talked about in this video, I'm gonna have links in the description below so you can check them out if you'd like. Some of them are affiliates, some of them are not. Go check them out. Now you probably noticed that I didn't add fairings and I didn't add bags because I have the touring version of this motorcycle and it came with those, so I didn't feel it would be fair to add it. Now let me know in the comments how you feel about the list that I just made of the best accessories for the Honda Rebel 1100, or if you have other suggestions to add to the group. A very special thank you to all of our channel members. You guys totally rock, and it would be really hard to do this without you. Now don't forget to like this video and subscribe to get more Inland Northwest adventures, and of course, Honda Rebel 1100 content. Just like in this video right over here, where I go over a complete review and breakdown of the Coffman's Thunder exhaust versus the stock. I'll see you in the next one.